So let's talk about this phrase, how to get up when everything seems lost. And look, this isn't some self-help guide with 5 easy steps. It's a feeling. It's something that hits so hard because, let's be real, every single one of us has been there at some point.
You know that feeling, right? Where you just feel completely stuck, like the ground beneath you has disappeared and you're just falling. It's a tough place to be, but it is a profoundly human place to be.
And that's really the first thing to get. If you're feeling this way, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. This is something we all go through. It's a universal experience. Yeah, these words, they're so much more than a title. They capture this emotional state that honestly connects all of us. It's that quiet understanding that sometimes things just fall apart, and just admitting that is okay. Recognizing that this is a shared feeling is the very first step out of that lonely place.
Okay, so let's break this phrase down, piece by piece, starting with the heaviest part, that overwhelming feeling when it feels like everything is lost.
Just let that sink in for a second. The weight of those words. Everything. It feels so total, so absolute. It's not just that one thing went wrong. It's the feeling that the entire world you've built is just collapsed.
But right here is where a little bit of light starts to get in. And it's hidden in one tiny, simple word, seems. This one word is the pivot point. It's the key to everything else.
To seem, it's all about perception. Now, don't get me wrong, your feeling of loss is 100% real. It's valid, but it is a feeling. It's your subjective experience, not necessarily the hard and fast reality of the situation. Think of it like a massive storm. The storm is real, it's powerful, but it isn't the permanent weather. And that right there is the crucial difference between a feeling and a fact.
So if it's a feeling, how do we start to move through it? Well, this brings us to the next part of the phrase, the actual act of getting up. We're shifting our focus now from being stuck to taking action.
And what does get up even mean? Does it mean you have to solve everything all at once? Or that you suddenly feel amazing and victorious? No way. Not at all. Getting up is just a metaphor for the smallest possible shift you can make from passivity to action. It might just be the first deep breath you take with some kind of intention.
Look at this contrast here. It's so powerful. On one side, you've got the state of being fallen. It's all about inertia, passivity, stillness. But on the other side, you have standing, and that's all about intention, movement, taking that first step. Getting up isn't about reaching the finish line. It's just about that one tiny, intentional shift away from being still.
And that brings us to the real game changer, the most powerful, most important, and honestly, the most transformative word in this entire phrase. This is the catalyst for everything.
How? That's it. This one little word changes absolutely everything. See, it's not a statement of defeat like, I can't. It's a question. It's an exploration. It's the beginning of a search.
Think about what this one little question actually does. The second you ask, how, your brain stops spinning in circles on the pain of the problem, and it starts looking for a way out. Your focus shifts from the problem to possibility. It's like you stop staring at the locked door, and you start looking around for an open window. It totally transforms you from a victim, someone things are happening to, into a seeker, someone who's about to do something.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. What's the real takeaway from this simple but incredibly profound phrase?
That feeling of being totally lost, it's not the end of the story. The real first step, the actual getting up, is just having the courage to ask the question. In a way, asking how is the answer to how you begin. It's the beginning of the answer itself.
So now, when we look at this phrase one more time, it's completely different, isn't it? It's no longer a desperate question. It's a declaration. It's a plan of action. The sentence itself is the first movement. It is the very beginning of the act of getting up. So I'm going to leave you with this. Don't worry about solving everything. Forget the giant, overwhelming plan. Just think about this for a second. What is your how? What is your first, tiny, intentional movement?